Morning all, it's about 6:30 in the morning. After that rod session yesterday at Rollesby, what didn't end up how I wanted it to, no bream or tench, I decided to nip down the River Thurne at Martham here. When I'm now getting the gear ready, I just balled in 3-4 orange size balls of ground bait laced with corn to hopefully get the swim started, and then I'll fish it with a feeder. It's a lovely morning, sun's now coming up, look absolutely smashing. I ain't fished the river at Martham in 20 years I doubt. Well, actually I lie, I probably fished it about 10 years ago for pike, but not here. But that looked lovely, this river do this morning, absolutely cracking. Well, today obviously I'm only fishing short distances, so on the rods I'll set them up for 12 foot, because these Abu Sovereigns will go 12 foot or 14, but I don't need no distance today. Well, setup is pretty similar. I just got a little float stop running down to a 30-gram feeder on a little swivel, running down to a bead, a little swivel and a tail rubber. That's to kick the hook link away from tangling up around there, because I get on my wick. Then I've got 18-inch 3-pound hook length, or 0.12 as they say, with a size 10 micro barb on the end. Well, the other rod is slightly different. I like to do things slightly different, and then you can ring changes. Well, the other rod, still 30-gram feeder on a run ring, going to a bead or a rubber, a swivel and a tail rubber. That's just to try and kick that away from the swim feeder, the hook length, because that sometimes tangle on there, and that annoyed me yesterday. And obviously that's still run down 18 inches, run down to a size 10 micro barbed hook. Let's see how that go. After sea fishing for years and being on big carp waters where distance is key, one thing I found since being down there this morning is accuracy, casting short. Christ on a bike. I'm trying to cast as short as I can. That's going like 3/4, 90% of the way across, where I want one in the middle and one 3/4, but trying to cast short accurately is horrendous. So it'll probably do me good being down here for a day. Brush up on casting short, because obviously with sea fishing and carp fishing on big waters, that's like 3-ounce leads carp fishing, and a lot of the work is 100, 125 yards, so trying to cast short is a bloody nightmare. I really am struggling to cast short, but something like this is ideal, because if you do it all day you soon brush up your skills, don't you, and get better at it. All I want is to fish now. Need something. Well, I just reeled in for the first time, and as you can see there's a little bit of weed there, a bit of blanket weed, nothing too bad, you can live with that. But the hook bait ain't been touched, so I'll just rebait and get it back out there. I just started to get a few little rattles on the left hand rod. That's roach, knocking feed at the feed if there's anything left in it or something, but little tiny finicky little touches, like just making the tip go around about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch at a time. Tiny little touches, or they could be line bites, I don't know, but someone's knocking the feeder. Well, after a few casts, my casting's getting better. I'm casting shorter where I want to be. I want to be like in the middle of the river as well. I put several balls of ground bait, and that's quite deep in the middle. But you start going 2/3 way across, or something like another rod length, and that's shallow up a considerable lot, and there's plenty of weed there. Well, obviously I don't want to go on that weed. I'll be this side of the weed in that deeper water. That's a lot clearer. But after a few casts now, I'm now pulling the distance back and being where I want to be. Because casting everywhere ain't no bloody good, is it? You're just dumping piles of bait here, there and everywhere, and not building up a swim, are you? I'm starting to get a few little knocks. I ain't connected or anything yet. I don't have little roots or anything. A little bit of ground bait left in the feed, and they're hitting the feeder, but there's been nothing positive or actually hooked into anything. Well, I've certainly got something this time. Oh, we've got an old Bernie bream. That's a bit better, isn't it? Now look at this, kids. That's a bit better. That's the first bream I caught on proper proper coarse gear in 20 odd years. Ain't huge. Probably about £1.5, maybe a bit more. But it's most appreciated. It really is. Well, the hook's out. So I'll get him back. Cool. He had a hard old life. He's got a sore on his head. Someone's had a go. But yeah, that's nice to see. Once you've got one in the bag, it's much appreciated. Build the confidence shitloads. Oh, might even have another one. Just feel a bit better. Yeah. Another Bernie bream. Oh, I'm happy with that. This one's a better fish. Ooh, come on, you little bugger. You have a school joint? There we go. Be careful. That's a lot better clean conditioned fish. Better that old scabby one I had before. Lovely looking little bream, isn't it? Let's get him back. That's great to see. 2 bream in about 10 minutes. Well, I'm in again. I'll just cast this one out. I can see it in the water, another Bernie bream. Getting that over the other side this time. It's fantastic getting a few bream. There's quite a lot of weed right in the margins here. Got to be careful. Oh, you little bugger. That's all in the net. This one's a better fish. Let it calm down a bit. This one's a much better fish. Well, the hook's out. That's the biggest one so far. That's a lovely looking little bream this is. Nice thick set, a lot better condition. I'll get him back and hopefully get another one. Look at that, just how it's meant to be. Happy bloody days. I'm like an excited little kid now. Well, I'm all excited now. Things are on a high. 3 little bream in about less than half hour. I can live with that. It's nice to catch a bream on the old light quiver gear. A lot of the time, the bream I've had has been on carp gear when I've been after big carp, and yeah, they fight a lot better on fine gear. I'm bloody excited. I'm like an excited little skill kid now. I've got a few free bream under my belt. Live with that, can't you? I think it's about 8:30 in the morning now. It took about an hour to get the swim going, and then I had 3 fish in about half hour. Well, it's not madness like little commercial fishery, but for a natural little river, I'm happy with that. Could be a damn sight worse, couldn't it? I just had a cracking drop back and missed it. Sod's law in it. I thought I was going to have another one then. A typical bream. The old tip started tapping round and suddenly, boom. Tip goes slack, drop back, struck into it and nothing there. Very disappointing. That could have been number 4. I'm getting greedy now, aren't I? That's the problem. Once you start getting a few, you get excited. And after you eat more and more and more, don't you? Got to forget, this isn't like an old carp fishery. Was stacked full of F1s and carps, just bang, 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 bang all day. This is more natural in it. Got to say, I'm really thoroughly enjoying myself. This is a funny old swim. I've got the left hand rod is straight out about halfway across, and the right hand rod is about another rod length max further out. And that's shallow up about 4, shallow up a few foot. That sort of come in, then go up. So the left hand rod is in the deep, and the right hand rod that's shallow up. But also, instead of going up that way, that also go up that way as well. You cast the left of the swim, that's deeper, and you go up right, so it's go up like that and like that. There seem to be fish in both places. I've had 2 fish on the left hand rod and 2 fish on the right hand rod, so that's nice to have basically at 2 different levels you got 2 different swims. If you disturb that one's right, and that one disturb that one, and that one's right. There must be several feet deeper in depth. So that's handy, that, isn't it? You only disturb one swim at a time. In again. Just want to see. Oh. Another one. Not quite so big, but still gratefully received. Ooh. Fish number 5. I'm happy how this is going. Not quite as big, but still a cracking looking little bream. Much appreciated. After yesterday's disappointment, when I put all that effort in and pre-baited 8 kilo of pellet and corn and just ended up a rud. It's nice to come here for a few hours and start catching a few bream. Alright, they're not monsters. Probably none of them have been more than a couple of pound, but lovely to see. Really thoroughly enjoying it. Oh, Just baiting up the other rod, and suddenly left hand rod went. And I got bait everywhere, and well, this is definitely a better fish. Oh, this is a proper slab, this one. Oh. Let it calm down a minute. Mad. There's a hook out. That's a lot better fish, isn't it? That's a proper one, that is. Must be about £3. What a lovely stun fish to see in the morning. That's number 6. Lovely. Get that back. Getting even better, isn't it? It's turned a nice sunny day now. I'll put the hoodie up so I don't get burnt. But yeah, that last fish was a nice one. I said £3 on the video, but that was bigger than that. That was a nice one. That was at least 4 easy. There's a problem if you haven't done this sort of fishing in so long. When you estimate the weight, or guesstimate the weight, should I say, you get it well out. I should weigh it really, but I'm used to catching big old bream in gravel pits, £10 plus, so these ones look tiny compared to them, but they are fighting well on this light gear. They really do a good count of themselves when you scale it right down, like little light quiver tips and stuff. They don't fight the same on 3.5 test curve rods, I've got to admit, from carp fishing days. It's amazing when I was carp fishing, I used to hate catching bream, and now when I scale down the gear, I really am enjoying it. Let's hope I get a few more. Well, I've got something else here now. I don't think that's a bream though. Stuck in the weed. Look at the story of my life after yesterday. A rod. Well, look, that's for certain. But it's a better size than the ones I was getting down Rollesby yesterday. But yeah, it's strange. Years ago when I used to fish a lot, there weren't many rod about. That was all roach. And now there's tons and tons of rod on the Broads and hardly any roach. Don't know what's going on. I don't understand it. Well, it's been a good day so far. I'm quite happy how it's gone. I've been steadily feeding. I haven't had so many fish the last hour. I had the best bream of the day and that rod just in, but that seemed to quietened off, so I started feeding a little bit more. Obviously when you're getting a few fish every 20 minutes or whatever, when you're getting a bream, you're constantly putting the feed in, slowly building the swim up. But now it's gone a bit quiet. I'm still reeling in, baiting up, chucking it in just to keep the feed trickling in, because you spent a couple of hours getting the swim going. There's no point in just sitting on your laurels, because there's still fish there, still roach and rudd there what are eating your bait. You just gotta get your swim feeder, put some more groundbait in and a few bits of corn, and keep topping that swim up to keep that going. If you leave it, then you lost your swim, ain't you? What you've been doing for the last 2 or 3 hours baiting up is been a waste of time. I seem to have gone a bit quiet now. There's a few more boats going past. I don't know if that's disturbed them, but you thought they'd be used to that. Oh. Said that and then missed one. Talking away, tipped that round and missed it. That's a big hairy case of sod's law, isn't it? I'll get this baited up and back out again. Maybe there isn't a few fish there still. But after nothing for over half an hour, I've finally got a biting fish on. That's another bream, that looks like a better one. That's nice to get. Be careful, there's a lot of weed in these margins. There we go, in the net. That's no safe. Got here. Roll my hands up from the dreaded bream slime. It's a nice one. Look, just on the bottom lip. That's out and gone. But that ain't a bad fish, is it? Can't complain with that one. Must be 3.5 pound, I reckon. Something like that. Not as big as the last one, but that's still not a bad fish. I can cope with fish like that every day. Let's get him back. Happy bloody days. I gotta say, I'm really thoroughly enjoying this today. What's that, 7 bream I had now? Not sure. I'll have to watch the video and have a count up. Hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. I did think about going in the boat this morning, but the old chap was going cycling instead, and I thought, well, there ain't been a lot there, so I thought I'd use the rest of my bait up. And it's been thoroughly worthwhile. Well, I ain't had nothing for about an hour now, and I just had a lovely, delightful boat go through my gear, so I don't think I can really be bothered to re-tackle now, so I think I'm going to pack up and call it a day. But that's been a good morning, really. Plenty of fish there. Come out 7 or 8 bream and that one rod. I missed 1 or 2 bream as well, but that was a good day. That got my short, that brushed off my short range casting, because when I first got here I was casting horrendous, and I got better throughout the day, so yeah, it was worth coming down. It was a nice morning. That's roasting now. It's going to be a hot sweaty walk back, I think. Well anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Catch you another time, see you later.